Anthony Taylor, pretty boy. It's fair to say you pushed for this fight. You were vocal for this fight. Maybe not exactly as it looks, but you and KSI, fight me, KSI.
Man,
It's here.
It's been like this for 2 years getting this fight. I've grinded harder than anybody else, and I fought the hardest opponent, and I worked the hardest more than anybody in Misfits. And my resume says it all. I never turned down a fight. I fought on short notices, whatever you say. I try to make certain fights happen, but certain fights fizzled out. But look, when one door closes, another door opens. I made it happen because I put in the work to get here.
All the way from Misfits 2, when we first spoke, I remember speaking to you before the digital face-off with Ashley Raksu, where you rang me and you said, I want to get here. I want to be fighting KSI. 2 years later, we're here.
We're
You're
here.
fighting KSI.
I mean,
how does that feel, man?
I mean, look, even though we didn't get the one-on-one fight, but we're still fighting them. It feels amazing because I manifested this moment. The fact that the journey took me here is what is amazing. Just being here at this moment, getting my first main event against KSI, it's a win-win situation. Win or lose, which I'm not going to lose. I promise you guys that. It's an amazing feeling because I put in the effort to do what I do, what I love, and get here on purpose.
I'm looking forward to seeing the dynamic between yourself and Slim before we even get to KSI, because you both have been very vocal in wanting this fight. You both were very vocal in saying that you did it. And listen, as the belt on your lap says, the same as it will do on Slim's. You've both gone out and, jumped the hurdles that were in front of you.
Right.
What's the relationship like? Have you spoken to Slim since?
No, I haven't spoken to Slim at all. I mean, me personally, I don't think Slim even qualifies to fight KSI. He doesn't really have the right credentials.
But this is your partner you're speaking about.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but he doesn't even qualify to be in the same ring as me and KSI. If you think about it, I fought the best and the best of influence in crossover boxing. I punched Jake. I punched Logan. I punched Tommy Fury. Now I'm about to punch KSI. I am one of the 4 kings of the scene of influence in boxing. Slim doesn't need to be in here.
Listen, I've got to play it fair. I would do the same if he was saying the same with you. Some of his wins, he knocked out Salt Pappy. He knocked out FaZe Temper. He's shown huge resilience in the likes of Tom Zanetti and Ryan Taylor. You would argue from a Misfits performance perspective, he's been as good as anybody, right?
I mean, but look at the opponents that he's fought and look at the opponents I fought. Are you confident to say that he'll beat Ashley Raksu if they fought? No. King Kenny would beat him. Salt Pappy just got caught because he had a weight drain. He cut way too much weight. How you go from 200 pounds to 165 in the course of 2 months? Of course you're going to lose all that energy and going to be delusional in the head. I'm not saying that bad about Salt, but his resume doesn't come nowhere near my resume. The reason why people have an issue with this is because of my last 2 victories of how I won.
We've spoken before about emotion taking over in a fight. Not just you and I, with any fighter. If you, in air quotes, hate your fighter, can that cloud your judgment? How does it cloud your judgment if you are arguing with your own teammates?
I mean, if the rules are the way I think it is, I do not mind Slim going first. Hell, I might even let him go 2 rounds straight just to get his ass knocked out. I'm rooting for KSI to knock out Slim. That way I get my one-on-one with KSI. And if I knock him out, that's the best man standing. How I want this to be is I'm going to let Slim go. And I'm going to be rooting for KSI, like, go, knock his ass out. So that now we get our 3 rounds together. And then I beat him for 3 rounds or knock his ass out.
Well, fight night is a couple of months away.
Yes.
So what happens if Slim walks in here now? Is there a fight backstage now? Do we have to get between you guys now? Or you, I mean, with the greatest of respect, you're saying you're cheering on the other team when he's fighting?
Well, if it comes down to that, I say we just fight August 10th. The winner gets to fight KSI one-on-one.
Is there more of a beef between you and Slim than there is between you and KSI?
No, there's no beef on it. I just think it's the disrespect he has towards me, his peer. It's like, bro, put some respect on my name.
Do you put respect on his name?
I don't talk bad about Slim as far as a fighter. I respect him as a person. He's a funny, cool guy. But as a fighter, he has no respect for me. And he dismisses that I beat Salt Poppy first, I beat Kenny, I fought Aegis Virgo, Ashley Raksu, Tommy Fury. He dismisses that as if he's so much better than me. And that's a bad reputation. It's bad. It's pretty bad. I think if you want to settle this, you should fight me August 10th and see who deserves a real KSI fight.
Let's move the attention to where it should be, and that's
Yeah.
on the opponent, not on your teammate. KSI is the man in the opposite corner. Stepping away from who he is as a personality as a moment, as a fighter, KSI, very explosive, high knockout ratio. You know, there's a lot to say for KSI as a fighter. How would you gauge this test? Is this the hardest test of your
Man,
career
KSI,
so far?
I'm gonna tell you this. KSI is going to be an easier opponent than King Kenny and Salt. He's going to be by far my easiest opponent.
Why?
Because the way he fights he fights as an MMA fighter. And those guys I beat up all the time in training. That's the perfect fighter who works exactly into my game plan. KSI's never knocked nobody out besides Face Temper. Only one person. He couldn't even knock out Swarms or Pineda.
Respect to Swarms and Pineda.
Yeah,
By the way, like,
but Pineda is look. If I did a campaign of me fighting Pineda, it'll be an uproar. Like respectfully, Pineda does not belong in my realm, and I get it. KSI, it was like his third fight. I get it, but respectfully, KSI does not match up well against me. I'm a stronger fighter. I'm faster. I have way more dog in me. I have better cardio. Overall, hell, he's a good person. Don't get me wrong. He, as a black man doing what he's doing, helping the community, putting on for fighters so they get paid, I have nothing but the most respect for KSI for what he's doing. Also, he's allowing me to fight on his platform. He's giving me the voice on his platform to fight. I have nothing but respect for him as a person. It's like LeBron James. We love LeBron James as a person, but fuck him as a basketball player. Same thing applies to KSI. I love KSI as a person. He's a good man, but fuck him as a boxer.
that's quite strong words.
Yeah, fuck him. Because I'm going to beat his ass. And once I beat his ass, once I beat KSI's ass, it's going to be me and Jake Paul fighting. Because that's going to only fight that makes sense.
If you beat KSI,
When I beat KSI,
you're telling me you're upsetting a major apple cart. here.
I'm going to knock him out. I promise you, Misfits fan base, I'm going to hurt your savior. The King Coronation is August 31st, Dublin, Ireland. I will rule, and I will put Misfits in depression.
I have no further questions, I don't think. Anthony Taylor, that's a hell of a statement to end things on. Best of luck.
Thank you.
For a huge fight and campaign to come. Look forward to seeing you guys face to face a little bit later on. Anthony Taylor, as always, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.